guys, welcome back. Thrifty in OKC. If you are just joining me for the first time, oh, I hit my camera. This is my second, I'm gonna take off my own bracelets here. This is a second part of a video that I started earlier this week to show you guys some of the stuff that I got over the weekend. And I said I was gonna do a separate, I can't get this one off. I said I was gonna do a separate little haul video to show you some of the jewelry that I picked up. And that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna jump right in. I am a thrifter who lives in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and I thrift for resale, and I also thrift for own personal use. And I've been doing it for about 20 years. So I like to do a lot of haul videos just to show you what I pick up and maybe explain why I pick up what I pick up and go from there. So today I'm gonna show you some of the jewelry that I got. So most of the stuff that I picked up was pretty inexpensive. I had a really good luck this weekend of getting some pretty inexpensive stuff. So this I picked up for us. If you've watched me, you know we love Disney. We go like 3 times a year, and we love to pin trade. So this was just another pin that we'll throw in our pin trading. I think I paid 50 cents for that. So I picked up this brooch that does have a little bit of wear and tear on it on the paint, but I did really like the coloring on it. I just thought it had some really interesting and pretty colors, and the paint chip almost looks intentional on it. So I really liked that. I got that one for 50 cents, which was a steal. I'm telling you, this was a cheap jewelry weekend. I picked up this. I cannot tell on this brooch if these are faded, if this is how they were originally. I am not for 100%. And this one is actually marked. It is marked C-A-T-H-E. I don't know if you can see that kind of right over in there. C-A-T-H-E, which I looked up. I was not familiar with that designer. And it actually looks like some of those pieces can sell for pretty good money. So I thought that was, 50 cents for the brooch. If I sell it or don't sell it, I learned something new to keep my eye out open for. I got all of these brooches from the same place that I had gotten, if you watched my last video, the Power Rangers backpack and the Color Block backpack. So this is a little Sarah Coventry. I don't tend to pick up Sarah Coventry just because it doesn't command a high price point and it is oversaturated, but I did think that this one was pretty. And I could easily put it with some of the other brooches that I had gotten. I also picked up this one from the same place, and I think this one was not marked. I think I thought that was a mark on there, but it was not. So a lot of these I don't look really closely at, and I said this in the last video. If it's $1 or less, I take it and move on, because I feel like if people think I'm looking it up on eBay, then, or Etsy or wherever that may be, then they're going to charge me more for it. So I'll pick it up and look at it when I get home. And that's what I did in this case. This one I believe has Giovanni on the back of it, but it was a nice starburst. And I love to lot at brooches. So, I mean, I could even lot these. I've got the palm trees upside down, but I could even lot those 3 up together and try to sell them that way. This one may have a little verdigris on it. If you see this green stuff, if you're new to jewelry, it is called verdigris. It does spread from jewelry piece to jewelry piece, so I won't want to put this back in with the other pieces. And usually, for the most part, if it's all metal, you're pretty safe to soak it in vinegar if you wanted to do that. Do not mix vinegar in with water, which I did, thinking it was a good idea to dilute it, because the water will then rust your metal. So lesson learned on that. My tip for you. It seemed like a real good idea at the time, because I thought that vinegar is going to be harsh on that. I'm going to dilute that with some water. No, bad idea. Abort, do not do that. So then next I'm going to show you some things I got. So, let me do this. Let me move those out of the way. So I picked up this little silver butterfly, and I got these and a couple others. I'll try to kind of keep them together with how I picked them up. This, I bought quite a bit of other things at this booth, so I can't tell you exactly what I paid for these because I think I spent $7 on everything, so they were probably more like 75 cents. But this one is really interesting butterfly, and it is also stamped sterling back there. That one's a little bit harder to see, but it's kind of got that intro. I don't know. I like that. And butterflies always do well. Insects always do well. I thought this was a cute little mini brooch here. It doesn't have a mark, but still nice. She had a lot of brooches this day. She doesn't always have a lot of brooches. Look at these two little cutie dogs. These would be so cute on your collar, on like, you know, even just a white shirt to put one on each collar and pin them on. They are the cutest little things. Again, no maker's mark on these, but that's what I would do with them if I kept them. And then this little guy here, which also has no maker's mark, but I think it's really interesting. I'm pretty sure he's a seahorse. Let me know if you think he's something else. And I think he's a jelly belly. I think he's considered a jelly belly. He has that like jelly belly looking belly. But I don't know. I got to do some more research to figure out what constitutes a jelly belly before I'm willing to commit to that. And then, let's see. And then I also picked this little thing up here. I did hope that this was silver. I thought it had a stamp on the back, like right here. But then when I got it home, it did not. It is magnetic. I still think it's a cool piece. And if you put a chain with it, I think somebody would buy it. I mean, I could easily make my money back on it, but it is not silver. So, but still cool, vintagey piece. So the next spot, I did pick up quite a few things, making sure I've got everything out of my little deal here. This is somebody that I have purchased from before, and I don't know how, but they wind up having a ton of designer jewelry, or they did last time, and she charges very little. So, well, let me start. I'm going to start with how I started there. So I saw these beauties sitting on the table, and again, I don't buy a lot of Kendra Scott. I will buy it if it's cheap, but it doesn't have a super high resale value. And sometimes I gift it just because I think it's nice jewelry. I don't know that I think it's worth the price point that it is. But, you know, I can sell stuff if I get it cheap enough and turn a profit. I liked these. I thought I might wear them for myself. Anyway, I asked how much they were, thinking she was going to say like $5. She said 50 cents. So they had another little box of jewelry, and I thought, well, 50 cents, I'm going to dig through. I mean, if those are 50 cents, I'm going to need to look in here. And so I grabbed a few other things. Again, I didn't look anything up. And so I got home with some things that are not what I had hoped, but neither here nor there. I still felt like overall I did okay. I picked these two cross with leather pieces up. I paid $1 for both. This is the necklace that is like a choker, and this obviously is the bracelet. I don't know if these are Brighton or not. I'm going to try to polish it because Brighton is silver plated and it will polish. But back a while ago, Brighton, the logo was not on everything like it is now. So it makes it difficult. It is Brighton-like. If I definitely cannot identify that it's Brighton, I will not list it as such. I will just do like cross on leather cord or whatever. But I'll use Google image search and see if I can find anything on those. I do well with those older Brighton look pieces. I had grabbed these in hopes that they would wind up being silver. I could not see anything on them, but they're tiny. Sometimes that'll show on the post. They did not. They are magnetic, but they're cute little pair of dainty earrings. So again, 50 cents, not gonna make or break me. Really liked this little bracelet. It ended up being Avon. I could tell there was a mark on it. I could not tell what the mark was because I didn't have my glasses on and I was too lazy to dig them out. And so I picked this up, and it's got what looks like to me little four-leaf clovers made out of hearts. This may be a keeper for me. I was married on St. Patrick's Day, so I do love a four-leaf clover. I grabbed this little ring here. It is stamped as well, and I had hoped possibly these would be some little diamonds in here. It is stamped 925. It does test positive for 925. Alas, the stones are glass. They are not, but this is a small ring, and I still think it's pretty. They are not diamonds, unfortunately. And then this one, if anybody has any information on, I would love. It obviously needs a little cleaning. It's got some goopy right here. Again, I could tell there was something written in the ring. It has an S and a heart, and I don't know how well you can see that down there. Maybe get it under, and little hearts around here. I mean, it's quality ring. It feels heavy. It does need some cleaning. It is not real diamonds. It is not 925. I thought it might be 925, but it's still a really cool cocktail big ring, in my opinion. So if anybody's familiar with that logo, let me know. And definitely got to try to get some soapy water and clean that up. I don't think stones are missing. I think it is just goopy, but could turn out when I clean it that maybe a stone is missing. And so my last piece, and one of my favorite things that I found, was this little Colorado pendant. And I flipped that over and it had the James Avery mark on the back. So I always do really well with James Avery. It is a quick sell for me. I could not find this one anywhere, which means it's probably a little bit harder to find piece. The chain is not James Avery, but it is marked. It is, golly, I can't remember, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to see it from here. It is marked 925. I do know that. DCC maybe? DCC or DDC. So a nice little set. I really wish the chain would have been James Avery so that I could have done it all as a James Avery. But alas, I will be happy to take the Colorado as well. So, and again, she charged me $1, I think, on this one. So I could make my money back for all of it, probably just on this one piece of jewelry, or even on the Kinder Scott earrings. So that is the jewelry that I found over the weekend. And I know we're getting close to the next weekend, and I'm ready to hit it again this weekend and see what I can come up with and share with you guys. If you have any additional information about any of the pieces, please leave it down below. I'm always eager to learn new things. Please give a thumbs up, subscribe, leave any kind of comment down below because it really helps grow my YouTube channel, and I'm working really hard this year to do just that. I love sharing what I find in Oklahoma City and showing you what you can find too. Don't think you have to be in a big city to be a successful reseller or find cool stuff at the thrift, because you don't. You can find it in smaller cities, just like what I do. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again this weekend. Have a great one. Bye.